So let's take a minute to talk about how we measure success and when that is related to investing in new skills. I think it's really common when we're investing in our technical skills to measure, like, is this going to be useful and how we're making progress towards that. You know, you learn a new language or you learn a new framework and you can write code and see that code. It's very clear that you're learning and progressing. So when it comes to investing in our non-technical skills, how should we think about the ROI on that and measure our progress in learning?
Yeah, and this is one of the most important things about different sorts of development or different sorts of training or whatever. That some of it is very easy to measure because you learn something, you do the 5 steps that you've learned, and you get a result which is very much black and white. Did it work or not work? So it's very, very quantifiable. But when it's more qualitative, it sometimes can be harder to, one, measure, and two, recognize the difference. But what I look for on this sort of development is 2 things. Firstly, often people will come to us because they've got a problem, you know, they want to solve. And they want to build their non-technical skills to match their technical skills so they can make a leap forward in their careers or something like that. So there's usually a problem of underperformance, or they want to hit a new target in terms of role, or they want to start their own business. So something like that is reasonably tangible, and you can say, yeah, okay, they've done it, brilliant, you know, fantastic, it's really good. The thing I look for, though, which is even more valuable, is because of the skills they've learned, 2 things happen. The first thing is that they not only solve their problems, but they start to think at a much higher level. So they're solving higher level problems because they have the skills to think of things differently. So that's the other thing I really look for. But the really best, the fantastic thing I see and I really love to hear is when they say, oh, what I was working with you on 6 weeks ago, I used that on something else. Mm-hmm. And they didn't actually have to be mentored or coached or trained. The training was in there and they kept using it again and again and again, and they've taken it with them and they're applying it all sorts of places, and they're getting multiple returns on investment, not just the I want to go for the new role or a new job or solving this problem. They've elevated their thinking and they're using that knowledge again and again and again. And it's almost like they don't have to come and open the book. It's in there. Yeah. And you just hear them using it, and they're you know, that they're off. It's just a new way of thinking embedded in, and the returns just keep rolling forward. And that's the thing I really love to see. That's my definition of real success.
Definitely. That's one thing I love about the Tech Leader program, is the portability of these non-technical skills. It's something that is timeless. They last throughout the career. And even if you were to actually pivot into another career, whether it's starting your own company or even something entirely different, these skills are just timeless and portable. And so they're actually more durable, and there's more of an ROI than the technical skills, which usually have a shelf life and expire at a certain point when the technology or framework is no longer relevant. So investing in these non-technical skills really is a timeless investment that continues to pay dividends over years.
Yeah, and it's just, you know, it's fun to watch I got the job, thanks. Thanks for helping us get there. But then they just speak differently, they behave differently, their stress levels go down, their relationships, their work-life balance, they use in all of these different places. And I know it came from what they learned 6 months ago. And that's the joy, that's the real fun.
Truly a shift in thinking. That's so cool.
Yeah.